record. Make this bigger so we can see what's happening. Okay. So, welcome to our Sunday, October 21st, Team Dignity call. And this, I'll try to keep it short and sweet. I say that a lot, but this is just going to be our recap of the Super Saturday event. Just for those of you that couldn't go, so you can understand what they're all about. I had so much fun. This was one of my favorite things to talk about. Well, I have fun every time, but it was awesome. It was great. I loved it. But first, we'll always start out with our recognition. So since we have two gentlemen on our team now who I have left out of this for a little while now, so I'm sorry, Derek and Tyler, but here is our recognition for the month of October thus far. So in the top is Derek, Kristen, myself, and Tyler. So great job, everybody. Great job, putting yourselves first, making yourself a priority, and knowing what your goals are and keep working towards them. I know this is coming into the busiest time of the year. And of course, that is reflecting in our recognition points here. And I totally get it, totally understand it. So in the next couple slides, I have some inspiration to hopefully push you a little more. So Tyler and Derek too, I'm not really quite sure what I'm going to give you guys for October if you keep going the way you are. So yeah, we'll have to think about that a little more, but girls, I got you covered. Boys, I'm not quite sure. So anyways, so here, I know you guys can read, but I'm going to just read them to you for impact, I guess. So inevitably at some point you will fall off the wagon. It's going to happen. The difference between those who succeed and those who fail is having the courage to get back on again. So I know even myself, it's easy to fall off, guys. I mean, it really is. Let's be truthful and honest here. It's easy to have an extra treat meal during the day or have a little extra something because you're like, oh, it's not going to hurt anything. Or, sorry, you might be able to hear my son screaming. He's sad. It's easy to, sleep in and not get up for your workout in the morning. Let's shut this off so we can't hear him screaming in the other room. Sorry about that, guys. It's easy to, again, get that extra treat meal in, skip that workout, and just be like, well, that's it. I might as well quit and give up because I failed today. Who gives a crap about today? Next quote, don't beat yourself up. Just get back on track. Just be better tomorrow than you were today. Put that last bad week, that last bad day, put it away. It's in the past. It doesn't matter anymore. Just remember your intentions and why you started, and then get your butt back up tomorrow morning or whenever and get back on. And I say whenever, not in the sense that if it's halfway through the day and you're like, God, I sucked at breakfast, well, make the rest of your day better. If you didn't get up in the morning and didn't work out and you're thinking about it all day, do it when you get home before you go to bed, regardless of how tired you are. Because if you're thinking about it constantly, then it's something that you really want to do. So just make it a priority and think about it. Get it in your schedule. Talk to me. We'll work it out. I know through this journey, I have realized, not that I have more time than I thought I did, but there were pockets of time where I was wasting my time. And what I mean by that is scrolling through social media for half an hour. Well, hello, right there's your workout. Just saying. Or, I don't know, social media is always my biggest go-to because I know, in our era, that's what we're big towards, scrolling through Instagram or scrolling through Pinterest or Facebook or whatever. So you have more pockets of time than kind of maybe you think you do sometimes, unless you're already someone who's already sat down and managed your schedule and know what time you have. So just get back on and do it. And then this quote I just love in general because I just do. So you messed up your diet and you didn't exercise today. So what? You didn't ruin everything. Get back on track tomorrow. If you have one flat tire, do you slash the other three? So in relation to us, I guess this quote does relate, but just elaborating on it more, again, you had one bad day, who cares? You had one bad week, who gives a shit? Up to that point of a bad week or a bad day, you already busted your butt and were getting results and your body was changing. So what? You had a bad week, you had a bad day. You're going to let that sabotage the future. Just get back on and keep going. So that's what that means. And that kind of goes back to our accountability post where we're falling off a little bit, folks, but that's okay. We are human. It's going to happen. I'm just hoping that these quotes will kind of like get you inspired and get you moving again to realize that it is going to happen, make the plan to get back on and keep going. And that's why I'm such a stickler with meal planning and planning out your week, because you're making a promise to yourself. I mean, you're planning out, this is what I'm going to have to eat for the week. Here's my workouts for the week. You're making a promise to yourself. You're planning it out. There's your agenda. You just follow it. And then with sharing it with me, I know that's kind of scary maybe, because now if you share, your thoughts and dreams, whatever, it could be your meal plan with somebody else, it makes it real, right? So now, somebody else is looking at it, somebody else sees it. So now they're going to hold you to that, which I mean, that's the whole point of this. That's the whole point of the Beachbody community, to be a team, to hold each other accountable for what we set out to do and what our goals are. So don't be afraid to share them. Don't be afraid to set the pace for your week. That's the point. That's what you need to be doing. And with me, there's times I don't want to do it. I don't want a meal plan. I don't want to think about it. I just want the week to happen. But then that's where you're setting yourself up to fail. So set yourself up for success. Lay out the plan. If shit happens throughout the week, it happens throughout the week. Just each day, pick up and get back on. Pick up and get back on. And eventually it'll become a habit. So I'll digress from that and we'll move on. So Super Saturday event, it was amazing. It was so much fun. Of course, it was in Pittsburgh, and unfortunately the only closest one to us is going to be in Pittsburgh, which I know for most of us that is quite a drive, but it was definitely worth it. It's a quarterly event, and it comes in, I'll just recap on this, it comes in two pieces. There's a portion on a Friday night, and then, which is more like training, and which would be good for like someone who's aspiring maybe to be a coach, or someone who is a coach, like myself. It's more training oriented. But then on Saturday is where like you can actually like meet Jericho or the trainer that's there, and then you get to do a workout with them, and then they do Q&A afterwards, which is really cool. And then after that, there's just like some more training, but it's not like in-depth training as like the Friday night is. The Saturday is more just like high level of like new programs to come, new nutrition programs, any upcoming events that Beachbody wants you to know about. And then they just get into like a big overview about like what Beachbody really is, which I'll elaborate into that a little more, but it was definitely a lot of fun. It was great. I had a lot of fun. Jericho, she said that she hasn't been to Pittsburgh in 3 years. So the reason I kind of say that is because I'm not even sure how many trainers off the top of my head, but we have like Sagi, Jericho, Autumn Calabrese, Sean T, Chris Downing. I know I'm missing a lot more, but like I guess my point is like each time it's a new trainer going to be there, which is pretty cool. So you're not always getting the same person, which I just thought that was kind of neat. So here were some of the announcements that they gave us while we were there. I know I kind of talked about these last call, but now I actually have like dates on these so you can like know when to expect them to come instead of a generic. I know we talked about the Energize, the lemon flavor. Are going to be in like these sticks, which is awesome because now if you buy it, it's in a tub, or you can buy like the individual packets, but they're like the rectangle little packets, and they're harder to dump into a bottle. At least it seems like for me. So I'm pretty excited about the stick packets. They're coming out December 2nd. I'll circle back to what Summit is because I want to elaborate on that just a little tiny bit. We talked about the new flavor of Energize, the fruit punch. That's coming out in February, which I'm pretty excited about that. We actually got to try that at the Super Saturday event, and it was yummy. It was good. It was just like drinking fruit punch. So if you like fruit punch, it's good. March of 2019 is when the Ultimate Portion Fix program Autumn Calabrese has come up with is coming out. So again, that's going to be geared around the container system. But still, she's going to create like a new Fixate book. So it's going to be volume 2, which is going to have around 120 new recipes, and then 75 new recipes for like kids and stuff like that too, which I think is awesome because I know like I hear a lot, well, my kids don't want to eat what I eat. Well, for one, what the heck are you eating is my question, because if I'm eating a vegetable, your kids should be eating that anyway. So I'm kind of excited to see what recipes they have out for the kids. Shift Shop Proving Grounds, we talked about that last time too. Those that have BOD, they should see those new workouts reflected under the Shift Shop. Like if you click on Shift Shop, the new ones are in there. And if you actually look at the calendar, they're happening. The calendar is still the same. Like it's still the same flow. First, it's a 3-week program. The first week's 25 minutes. Second week's 35 minutes. Third week is 45 minutes. And then Friday and Saturday is where he put in those new workouts throughout the calendar. So that's kind of cool. I didn't really understand what actually he did. So that's pretty neat. And then Transform 20, that is like the hottest new program that's going to be coming out. Sean T is the guy who did this, and I know every time I say his name, people are like, oh my God, they think insanity. But we actually got to see some clips of this program, and it looks really cool. It's like T25, so if you've heard of T25 or have done T25, it's just like that, but now it's in 20 minutes. So instead of kicking your butt in 25 minutes, he's going to now kick your butt in 20 minutes. So I'm actually kind of excited for that one. I'm kind of scared, but I'm excited. So the early bird special is January 14th for that one, which if it's anything like they did for Lift 4, it's only like $20 to get it early on your Beachbody On Demand account, which I think is pretty cool. But then it'll be available for everybody, all Beachbody all BOD customers on April 1st. A little bit obsessed. They talked about that one too. Early bird special is November 30th, but if you're a preferred customer, it should already be on your account. So what that means, a preferred customer, it's someone who signed up to be, we call them like discount coaches, which means you pay the $16 a month fee to get 25% off of everything. So like if you're a big Shakeology drinker, I always recommend that. If you're like taking Energize every day, recommend that too, because then you save 25% off of all that, and you only get $2 shipping, so you're not paying like the really expensive shipping. They're going to start pushing more towards that preferred customers get free early bird special. So I'm hoping that they maybe do that with T25, but I mean, only time will tell, we'll see. But then a little bit obsessed will be on everybody's BOD in January. They didn't have a set date for that yet, but it'll be in January. So quickly on what Summit is. So Summit is like this little Super Saturday event, but like way bigger. It is further away this year this year actually, I didn't go to that one because I didn't know about it. It was in Indianapolis, Indiana, and then it's in the same place next year in July. It's a 4-day event. So I mean, like, you don't have to be a coach to go to this either. Like, you can be a challenger too. Just someone who loves Beachbody too and wants to go. It's really cool. You get to work out every single day with, it's like all the celebrity trainers are there, all of them. And each day they have a workout with them, and you actually, like, they shut down the town and you all work out outside, and like they completely shut down the town. So I'm really super excited to go this year and like to share that with you guys of what's to come. But we heard yesterday, and I'm so excited. Kristen knows who this is, Rachel Hollis. She is going to be at Summit next year. She's going to be one of like our big speakers there. So like, I'm flipping excited. Like, I want it to be July. I'm just really excited to go. And also, like, our team has like, I don't want to say big parties, but we have like big get-togethers, and I guess they are parties that are like already included in like when you pay for your ticket. So really, when you go to Summit, just to give you an overview, you buy your ticket, you pay for your hotel room, which you can split with like a whole bunch of people, which I have 2 rooms too. So either if anybody on our team wants to go, or I can like it can transfer to anybody, I guess is my point. Because usually they go really fast. So my coach recommended to get 2 rooms if you could. And then like you work out with everybody and you have a good time, you hang out with your team, you meet new people. So like, it's literally like what I attended yesterday, but just bigger. So I'm just really excited. And all the trainers are there, and we get to meet Rachel Hollis. Like, I love her. I'm so excited. Okay, I'll shut up about the Summit. I'll share all that, guys, with you later. If it's something you think you might be interested in, just shoot me a message, let me know, and we can talk about it. But the last day to purchase like discount tickets is the end of this month. I think, how much are they? $145 is how much they are. And it's for 4 days. But again, like, you just pay for like your ticket, your room, and then any like miscellaneous like merchandise and stuff like that, like your food and stuff's already paid for too. So it's like kind of like all inclusive thing. You just have to get your butt there. So I'm excited. So talk about Super Saturday. So here are just some clips, and I'm cutting my face off over here, but you guys know what I look like. But there I am. I just some clips like quickly of like what it was about. So of course, when we first got there in the morning, like you mingled, you like talked to new people, which was great. I mean, most of them were like already coaches, but a lot of them that I met to weren't. Like they were either there with their coach, or they were thinking about being a coach, or like it was just like a whole bunch of people from a whole different walks of life, like from stay-at-home moms. I've met some nurses. Actually, there was a doctor there, lawyers. Like it was just crazy, like the amount of different people that were there, and then we're all there for kind of like the same thing, which I'll get into that more a little bit later. So in the morning was mingling and just like talking to new people, which was really cool. Some people like I've met that were coaches for 6 years. Some people I've met just signed up as being a coach and were told by their coach they should come here. Some were just challengers, like I said, that were there with their coaches and just kind of like along for the ride, so to speak, and just attending. And it was just really cool, like just to meet all these new people and just like how we were all spread across the map. And then we did the workout with Jericho, which the workout actually didn't start until 9. So like food for thought, I don't need to leave Friday. If you want to just attend the Saturday, you don't need to leave Friday night. You could probably drive down, leave your house at like 5:30 because it is from like Huntington. I think I don't know. My husband got us there in 2.5 hours, but I'm pretty sure if you drove sensibly, it would be 3. So you could probably just leave in the morning, but then that just kind of make for a long day, but that's up to you. The workout didn't start until like 9. So that was cool. It was a workout that like you can't get anywhere else. What she did was she took like quarter force and then some like stuff that her and Joel Freeman do too. So like obviously lots of like body weight exercises and like cardio stuff. She threw all that together and created like this awesome program that was only 30 minutes, but I was dying by the time I was done. Derek was pretty sore too, which was kind of cool, like to hear him say she kicked my ass in 30 minutes, which was kind of cool. And like there was people there from like, you can tell they've been working out for a long time, and there are people who, I don't mean this ignorantly, but like you could tell that they just were starting their fitness journey probably. So my point is like to go to these, you don't have to be super fit. It was every single walk of life that was there. I mean, there were like, I don't mean this ignorantly either. Like there were like younger people there, and then there were older people there, like my parents' age, which I thought was really cool. So it just kind of shows you that like Beachbody is for anybody, any fitness level, any age, everybody, which was pretty cool. Kind of like made that hit home more. After the workout, she had like a question, like a little Q&A, so you could like ask her questions. She told us about a little bit about herself, like where she came from, and if anybody's ever done quarter force, they know that you should know that she is big into martial arts and like MMA fighting. So like that is her background. Her background is martial arts. So that's where a lot of like quarter force came from, which is just cool to hear about that and just like hear about her personal life and, like her kids. And she's a twin, which I didn't know that. She's a twin. And she's really tiny. Like she can't be 5 foot tall. Like she's very small, just like little compact, small woman, but she was super nice, super personable, really funny. And just the energy, like during the workout and like the whole entire time was just awesome. Just so many people just excited to be there. And like, even though you were dying during the workout, just like still like people encouraging each other, like while they were working out, because I could see you were struggling. It was awesome. And even too, she showed us like the modified part of it too. So like if you couldn't do some of them, like she showed you how to do the modified too. So it was just like Beachbody on demand, more or less, but she was there. So it was pretty cool. Also, I'm super excited about this, and I will never ever use this cup. Down in the left-hand corner for attending, you've got a quarter force shirt, because of course that's her program. Pumpkin Spice Shakeology, which that came out, oh my goodness, September, I think, but then they only did a limited amount of it because it's only going to be a seasonal thing, and it completely sold out before I could even get any, which I was super bummed about. So I'm excited I get to try it. So stay tuned. Derek wanted to try it today, and I told him no, but we will try it eventually. And then I got a Shakeology cup that Jericho signed that I'm never using. Like, I know that may sound like really stupid, but I don't want the signature to come off. I'm excited about it. I want signature to come off, so I'm keeping it. So that was pretty cool. So then it moved into, like, after the workout, it moved into like the little bit of like training piece of it, which wasn't really even training. It was just more or less like what the company is about. So that was from Kim Carver, which he is the VP of field development for Beachbody. So like he's the one that goes out and like so for coaches, like I know I've told you this before, but like the biggest thing is like you just connect with people that are like you share your story, and if they're ready to jump in and, take their health and fitness seriously, you help them. Like, I'm helping you guys. You just do the same thing. So he is the guy that like goes out and talks to top coaches and then figures out like, what are you doing to be successful in your business? What are you doing to like help your tribe of people that are like you? So we focused a little bit on that. But what was really cool in the beginning of that was he had, he went through like the ranks, which, he went through the ranks of like an emerald coach, a ruby coach, diamond coach, and then and above. So it's kind of cool just like to see how many people in the room were just coaches, like discount coaches, preferred customers, and then how many people were actually like, different ranks. And then how many people weren't, just how many people were just there as challengers, which was really cool. He also did go through then like weight loss success. So like he started like, how many people have lost 10 pounds? And then like, he'd have everybody stand up, and then he'd ask how many people have lost 10 pounds with Beachbody workouts, how many people have lost 15, and like he kept going on. And as they hit your numbers, you would of course sit down, and then the people that were standing at the end were the ones that lost the most. There was 2 people there that lost 110 pounds with Beachbody workouts. It was awesome. And then he brought them up stage, and they just like shared their story of like, how they got started, and like, which most of them start out with 21 Day Fix and drinking Shakeology. I mean, that's usually like the basic, because 21 Day Fix, as I know I've told some of you before, is like, I don't want to say the easiest program. Like, I'm not going to say that at all, but it is a good starter program because it's only 30 minutes. You can use some weights. A lot of them can be modified with like on the wall or, on the floor a lot easier than some of the other ones. So it was just cool to hear all that. And then one lady, which her picture is on the screen now, Liz, she, over the course of a year and a half, had lost 100 and, oh my goodness, I would be horrible with math right now, but I want to know because I don't remember how much she actually did lose. But she started out at 225 when she started, and then in a year and a half was down to 139. And so she lost 86 pounds in a year and a half. And she started out with 21 Day Fix and Shakeology, and just hearing her story about like all the struggles she went through with life, with like having, she had to have back surgery because she was so heavy that like her back, it was damaging her back. She had like slip disc and things like that. Just about like her talking about like her poor eating habits. And then in the midst of it all, she lost her mother to cancer. And then just like hearing like how like all these catastrophic things happened in her life, but she still continued she knew what her goal was. She wanted to be healthy and fit. She was tired of not being comfortable in her own skin. And just hearing like someone that's a real person stand in front of you and like tell you all that, to me, it was just like inspiring and amazing. And I actually cried a little bit because especially she told me like when she was saying about like her mother passing away and like how at that point in time, like she just wanted to like, that was it. She just wanted to be done, like not do anything and like crawl into a rock. It was just phenomenal. Like how like, she had this community and this team that helped lift her up and get her through that tough time in her life. So it just brings it more home to like, that's what Beachbody is about. And that's what we are. That's what we are. We are a group of people that are, like this is our tribe. This is our group. We are all from different backgrounds, but our main goal is to get healthy, be fit, be comfortable in our own skin, develop habits to last a lifetime. I mean, I know I've said this numerous times. This is not a crash diet. It's not intended to be. Some people are looking for that, but that is not what this is. It's more than that. It's learning about food. It's learning how to nourish your body, be active. These programs work. I mean, anything inevitably will really work if you take the time, you take the time, you make this a priority and you devote your time to it, like anything will work. But the thing with Beachbody is you have the community of people to help push you, help lift you up, help keep you going. And really that's where a lot of people fall off the wagon because they don't have the extra support system that they need. And then also too, I know I've said this a lot too, but even the products like through Shakeology and through like the performance line, they're all natural, like natural products. Don't have like artificial flavorings, don't have like animal steroids or like anything crazy like that. They're all organic and all natural. So you're not putting harsh chemicals in your body either to get the results that you are desiring either. So you're doing the workouts that are proven to work. You're fueling your body with these extra nutrients that your body needs that sometimes it can't get from food alone. And they're all natural stuff. So it was just nice just to actually be somewhere and like hear other people talk about like how these products have changed their lives and like where they've come from, and just like hearing other people's stories. That was like the really cool part. And then even Kim Carver, he talked about like his daughter too, which I'm not going to get into this a whole lot either because I'm trying to watch our time and keep us true to our time here. But like one of the big things he talked about was that like finding your tribe, finding your people, and then like just being true and just giving them the resources that they need and helping them along, because eventually it'll just become a habit for them. But to get people to that point is usually where they stop and where they just kind of give up. Like, again, back to the whole, you had a tough day, you had a tough week, you had a tough month. You still keep getting up and you keep moving on. You have those cheerleaders to keep you going. He talked about his daughter, and she has, I can't remember specifically what the disability was, but she had a disability, and she would like, hide herself away because the disability, it was kind of like autism, but it wasn't. I can't remember exactly what he said. I think it had to do something with an X chromosome, but I'm not quite sure. But just like with her, like how there was this one girl, her name was Sarah, that reached out to her daughter and wanted her to be part of the cross country team because she was the captain and wanted her to be a part of it. And more or less, she helped her get there every day, gave her like a running buddy, and then eventually she just did it herself. So it's kind of like, he kind of twisted that to make it like what we do as coaches, to like, you give people the resources, you keep pushing them along. So it was just nice to hear like stuff like that, and like what the community is actually all about. And again, to talk to new people, meet new people, and just learn more about the company, because it kind of just like brings it home that this is just, we're not just selling shit. We're out here actually like helping people, but with, of course, the products, because we know that they work, because like it's proof that they work. So that is kind of like the end of that. I mean, that's really what it was all about, just meeting new people, learning about the company, which I learned a lot to like help me help you guys, which I'm not going to get into all of that, but just more about that. So next time, I think what we're going to talk about is, no, I don't think, this is what we're going to talk about, is like some tips and tricks on meal planning and prepping, because I know that is something that it's like, I harp on it, do it, but I feel like sometimes maybe some people get stuck. Some of you have it down like to a science. Other people, they get kind of stuck, which is why I started those units out there with recipes and things in them too, to kind of like help you. I have more to add. I just, with this weekend being there, I just haven't taken the time to do that. So there's more to come that are kind of quicker, some like crock pot recipes, some over the night things that you can do and stuff like that. So that's what we'll talk about next time. On November 4th, that one, I'll be home that day, but that Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday, I will be in Massachusetts for the Team Liberate retreat, which is my coach's team. So just something to look forward to. If you ever decide to become a coach, you get to go to these things, which is pretty cool. My coach has rented a whole entire house with all the food and everything for those 4 days, and I think it was only $125 for me to go there. That is what it was. And then I just have to like get there. So I'm pretty excited about that. So again, it's just more like you get to meet your team, you get to mingle, you get to talk, like you just get to meet these people that like I talk to on the internet that I've never met them in person. So I'm pretty excited about that. So I'll share about that experience just so you guys know that, there's more out there than just this, like just us here talking. There's more. I do want to go over a product overview, which that'll be November 11th, just like talk about different products, what's in them, what they're good for, what they are, because I know some people wanted to know about that. November 5th is when our November challenge group will be kicking off, so just keep that on your radar. And then November 18th, I know we already talked about this once, but it's always good to talk about goal setting, vision, and your why, like why you're starting. So those are the things for us to come down the pipeline. And I also have, I know I said about this when we did the 2B mindset versus a container system. I'm almost done with the videos for those. I did 2 separate ones, one talking about 2B mindset and then one talking about, I just said it and I forget, the portion containers, the container system. Just so, they're out there if you want to ever think about switching it up or referencing them. Those 2 videos will be out there. Like I said, I'm almost done with those. And then I'm working on a 3rd one. I want to kind of upload them all together, but I'm doing a 3rd one about like how I have combined the 2 of them. Because I know whenever we did that call, I realized I'm not actually doing just 2B mindset or just the container system. I'm kind of combining them together. And don't think that that's something that's complex either. It's really not. It's just something I did unintentionally, but it's a good thing. So I'll be uploading those. I'm hoping this week, so maybe I'll just touch on them quickly during our call next week. But is that all I got? Oh, how did I forget about this? Oh my goodness, this is one thing we talked about at the event thing. So as we close 2018 and we go into 2019, I know I'm pushing time, but it's a bit quick. We're already less than 90 days through 2018. Like 2019 is going to be here. So you guys that are already showing up and, making your health and fitness a priority, you're already well ahead of those that come New Year's, what their resolution is going to be, right? It's going to be, I want to lose weight this year and I want to get healthy and fit. And not to be rude, it's just speaking facts here. A majority of them come February, March, maybe May are going to quit. And you know why, right? Usually it's because they have nobody else to push them. They're not maybe seeing the results that they want. They have nobody to talk to. So they just quit. It's just what happens. I mean, just like kind of like we do now. We fall off the wagon a little bit, but you get back up and you get back on because you have a group of people to push you. Well, they don't have anybody. So you're already well ahead of those that are going to be making that New Year's resolution. So remember that as November and December get crazy busy with holidays, just remember why you started, which is why we're going to have that vision, that goal setting and vision and why call. And then you're already well ahead of them. Just remember that. And then in 2019, I have some new and exciting stuff to come that I really, really want to share, but I don't want to share until it's all like, kosher and set in stone. So I'm super excited for us in 2019. So I hope you all continue to push and carry through with us into 2019 because new stuff's to come and exciting. And then lastly, I just want to leave with this because somebody had said this to me and I just want to leave the whole group with this. If you are going to put forth the effort, if you are going to show up, if you are going to make this health and fitness journey a priority to yourself, I will give you every gosh darn ounce of me to help you reach those goals. If you're only going to meet me halfway, I'm only going to meet you halfway. I don't mean that to be rude, but I know most of you, I communicate with a lot. Even if it's just through the challenge group, you're interacting there and you're posting and then I comment. We're still interacting. I still consider that interaction. We don't necessarily have to have a face-to-face talk or a phone call or a private message. You are interacting. You are making this a priority. You're showing up every day. You're coming to me when you have struggles. I'm going to give you every ounce of me to help you. That's what I'm here for. But if you're going to take a step back and sit on the back burner and wait for me to just hand you everything on a silver platter, it's not going to happen. And I don't mean that to be ignorant. It's just I'm only one person for one. And if you are genuinely in this for the long haul and want to make this a priority, bet your bum dollar I'm going to help you do it. Because again, I can hand you everything on a silver platter and tell you exactly what to do, but it's up to you to actually execute it and do it. So that's why I kind of I don't want to say draw the line, but if you're giving it 110%, I'm going to give it 150% for you. If you're giving it 50%, I'm going to give you 50%. I'm only going to meet you right where you're meeting me. I'm only going to meet you halfway. So I just wanted to kind of close with that. I know that was maybe a little bit harsh, but it's just the true reality. If you're here, you're pushing, I'm going to help you. If you want to get back on and get started again, you know where to find me. I'm not going anywhere, and I'll help you get back into it again. If you completely have fallen off and you want to get back on, you know where to find me. So I'll just leave it at that. So, Kristen, I guess I can unmute you, now, huh? if you don't have any questions or anything, what is this doing today? I fight with this every single time, don't I, guys? I'm sorry. I'm awful.
I got it.
Thanks.
I'm good.
I mean, if you have questions, that's cool. If not,
Yeah.
thank you.
No, I'm good.
Yay.
Thanks for the recap.
Yeah, I mean, it was really fun. I really enjoyed it. I'll definitely keep everybody posted whenever like the next one is, because I'm definitely thinking like, you know, if a group of us want to go again, we'll just travel down Saturday morning because it did not start at 6:45 like it said it was. Like we waited around for a little while, which was kind of cool because you got to mingle, like I said, but there's definitely no need to like try to go down Friday night, I guess.
Okay.
So have a good Sunday, rest of your night, and have a great week. Yeah, if you need me this week, you know where to find me.
All right, will do. We
Yeah,
should be
talk
good. We're good for now.
Yep. I'll talk to everybody later. Bye.
Bye.